Hey guys, I just stopped my recording for my August video and I just pressed start right again. Didn't even take a second. I don't even think I breathed. But yeah, we are going to talk about September now. I just recorded my August video in October. That's fine. You love the consistency, you love the speed. You love how fast I am with these videos. This one is fast though because we are only like 13 hours into October and I'm recording the September video. So if I can just get on this shit a lot more, then we're chilling. Let me also know how the setup looks. I have actual lights on this time in front of the couch. There is shadows behind me, and it kind of looks weird, but my setup is, my desk is over there, and I have a light on the desk, because I don't have, like, light stands. I just have these lights, and there's a light on the desk, and then there's my bed right here, and the fucking bed frame, I have the light on the bed. So this is about as good as I can do, actually. But this is probably the best I can do. I get better light when I'm at my desk, but I wanted to keep this classic setup for these videos. Let me know what you like more, though, when I'm sitting at the desk with the lights on me there, or if I'm sitting here. I'm gonna be honest, there's no other setup you're getting. So which one? But yeah, let me talk about September. September was when I finally turned shit around. If you haven't watched the other videos, I talked a little bit about how the summer was awful. I really had a horrible summer, and everything has now kind of turned itself around. I mean, like, obviously I'm not feeling, like, perfect all the time, but I definitely have been actually, like, enjoying my time in life in September, so that's been good. And yeah, I got a new job, got some new jobs, got 2 new jobs that I've been doing. Have been the main focus of this month, but I won't get into that too much because I feel like I shouldn't get too much into my personal life for, like, random ass YouTube videos. Like, I'll get in there a little bit, but, like, I don't need to talk specifically about my working and all of that shit. So we'll just keep it to more media stuff, unless there's some funny shit that happens in my personal life. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the next few months, but there's nothing for this month. But let's just run it. Let's just get right into it. Number 13, Either Or by Elliott Smith. Now, I feel like this might get some like, whoa, this album's a classic. Why is it so low on this list? And I'm gonna be honest, I liked it. Like, I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. That's just, September just became a pretty good month of, like, things that I was doing. Like, I just kind of, like, all of these things I really like. So, yeah, but this album, however, I don't know if I'm going to revisit that much. It's a very nice kind of mood set and a nice, like, vibe that it keeps going, but it did not have any moments that were really, like, there was not very much of it that, like, really stuck out to me. There was not a lot of it that, like, really, like, caught my attention. Like, it was just kind of something that was there while I was listening to it. And maybe that's my own fault for listening to it while I was walking, but I don't know. I feel like I was paying a decent bit of attention to it. And it did set the tone for that walk very nicely. Like, I liked the album, and I will listen to it if I ever want to be in that mood, but, like, I don't know if I'm just gonna, like, casually be like, oh, I need to listen to this Elliott Smith song. Like, it might be like I just throw the album on if I really want that vibe. Maybe. We'll see. But that's all my thoughts really on that. Number 12, I watched the Jeff McFedridge Drawing a Life documentary about Jeff McFedridge. He's an artist, and he does a lot of art, and this was a documentary about his life, basically, and it was very inspiring. I really liked it. I watched this on Mubi because I decided to get a little movie description. A movie description? What is happening right now? Is my brain breaking? I can't talk. I got a Mubi subscription because I wanted to start, watching some new shit that, like, I normally wouldn't watch. And this documentary was just kind of short. I just watched it before work one day. And it made me feel quite inspired. And I really enjoyed it. Jeff seems like a really cool person. I liked the kind of lots of the premise of the documentary was a lot about his idea of just, like, not being a tortured artist, and that's a good thing because I think people should be allowed to make art and be happy, because sometimes they just aren't making art and being happy, and I want them to make art and be happy. That's ideal. That's the dream. And yeah, I highly recommend checking it if you want to watch, like, a documentary about an artist or something like that, because I just thought it was really well made. He seems like a very cool guy, and just enjoyed it. It was just a good ass time. I also didn't know that he designed all of the technology kind of in her, like, or at least all of the displays and stuff like that, and the way that things work. That's very interesting. And I love her, so that was quite shocking, because also they didn't talk about that till like 45 minutes of it. But I guess I could have pieced that together because Spike Jonze was in the documentary, so I guess it makes sense that he would have Like, they were friends, so it's not shocking that he helped on her. Yeah, shout out Jeff. Number 11, Memories in Armor by Navy Blue. Did I say Memoirs in Armor by Navy Blue. This album has a gorgeous album cover. Love the album cover. And I also just really enjoyed this album. It was just like a really good album. Like, it has great rapping. I love the production. It's just like, has such an interesting vibe. I never listened to any Navy Blue before, and maybe I'll have to listen to more. To be honest, I don't remember many details for this album. I listened to the one time. I haven't really revisited. I revisited like one song a decent bit, but outside of that one song, I can't remember too much about the album. But I remember being like, this is some good shit. This is some good shit. So if you're looking for some good shit, it was some good shit. Number 10, Fallen by Evanescence. Ethan got a 20th year anniversary vinyl or something like that, and we listened to that when he got that, and I don't think I'd ever listened to that album in full. And I mean, it's just really good. Like, it just does that sound better than anything else that I've heard. It's just very good. It's not like I don't really like emo music that much, because I think this classifies as emo, but I don't really know. But I don't like emo. I don't really like lots of like metal or anything like that. But I don't know if this goes into metal really. Like, it does a little bit, I guess. Like, it flirts with it. But it's more like emo rock, right? I don't know. That, in all truthfulness, I don't got a fucking idea. But love this album. Goes crazy. I mean, Bring Me to Life has been my go-to karaoke song for a while, because it's a very fun gimmick to kind of just do both of the voices. That's kind of the gimmick that I go for. And just great karaoke song. So shout out to them for making my go-to karaoke song, I'll Forever Cherish You. And a shout out to the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck for being the reason why I love Bring Me to Life, because I used to watch that in the extras of the Daredevil movie, and because they had like the music video to Bring Me to Life on there, and Bring Me to Life went so crazy in that movie. So shout out Evanescence. It was also a very cool vinyl too. Number 9, The Batman. I actually really love The Batman. I really do, but it's just this low because I fell asleep halfway through because I was watching it while going to sleep. So I feel like my experience of watching it this time should not be ranked above everything else, just because it did not have that big of an impact on my month. I don't actually know why it's really in the video. Like, I did watch it, but I don't even think I got through all of it. But like, I watched it multiple times throughout the month, I'm pretty sure, but like just different parts of it, just kind of in the background. But this movie is great, incredible. I think easily the best Batman movie, and that's probably what I need to say. I feel like the Batman was in another video. I feel like the Batman was also in another video this year. I just really love the Batman. It's just a bang. It's so good. And speaking of bangers, at number 8, we got Derealization by Hell on Earth. Shout out to Hell on Earth. I love Hell on Earth. They're great. They're the best. And this project is fantastic. Everyone should go check it out. Derealization by Hell on Earth. If you want just some hard-ass, funny-ass songs, I mean, look no further. If you are a Rob Apollo fan, there's a Rob Apollo feature on here. Maybe a Rob Apollo fan is watching this that does not know of Hell on Earth. And if they don't, they should go listen to Hell on Earth, because if you like Rob Apollo, you're going to like Hell on Earth. And I love them. They're very nice. Love talking to them, and potentially maybe we'll have something with them in the future. We're working on something. We'll see where it goes. I'm figuring out a lot of things music-wise for what my schedule is like over the next few months, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, shout out to Hell on Earth. I love them. Everyone should love them. Go watch them. I wish they were actually higher on this list, but like, you'll understand why it's like this, I think, just because there was just so many things. Fuck me. Okay, guys, I did the class thing where somehow the start of my list started with counting off number 2. So everything actually is one above. So this is actually number 7. So that means that this, let's see, no, not number 2. There we go. Okay, so that was number 7. Now number 6, football. Jets, Jets. Actually, they were dog shit this week. The Jets were dog, but they kind of look okay sometimes, so there's hope, maybe. But I'm gonna also have football in each one of these months for the next little bit, and I'm just gonna give you my opinion on that month of football. The first month of football has been fucking wild. It's been hilarious, to be honest. Sam Darnold is the greatest player of all time, which is so funny to me, and also just such a classic Jets move. That like Sam Darnold just looks like an absolute stud, and he was considered such a bust because he was with the Jets. Probably mainly it was the Jets' fault. And I mean, Kevin O'Connell has kind of said that, where he was like, usually it's the organization that fails the player before the player fails the organization, and that's true. Like the Jets, I mean, I feel like most quarterbacks not gonna do that great. Just, I mean, what? Aaron Rodgers had what, had I think 20 passing yards in the first half this week with the Jets. So it's not like Aaron Rodgers is lighting it up with the Jets. The Jets are an interesting team to root for. They're kind of funny to root for all the time because they're kind of bad, but also like there's always something interesting about how they're bad. Like it's always somewhat interesting how they're bad and kind of funny. The Jets being bad is always funny to me, but it would be cool if the Jets were good. That would be also very funny to me. So we'll see what happens with them. I feel like they're probably going to be a playoff team. I feel like they have to be able to will themselves into a playoff spot, especially with how bad their division is right now. Like, they play the Patriots and Dolphins twice this year. If the Dolphins, maybe the Dolphins can turn shit around, but right now they look hot garbage. And it is without Tua, but, like, they look really bad without Tua. And I can't imagine the Tua's making that big of an impact. Like, he does, but, like, they are hot garbage with Tua. Really bad. And you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But maybe they'll turn shit around. The Patriots, there's no way they turn shit around. They're just going to be awful this year. For a second, it looked like they were not awful. But there's been so many upsets. I mean, the main story is just that this year is chaotic as fuck. And that's so fun. I love how chaotic it is. I do, however, it would be higher, though, if some offense really popped off. Last night, the Lions-Seahawks game was fantastic, to be honest. It was just, they did not give a shit about defense. Everyone was just fucking going crazy. They were some of the craziest plays I've ever seen. Jared Goff had a perfect passing game. Well, I guess he did not get a perfect quarterback rating, technically, but he did have like a perfect passing game and also had a receiving touchdown. So that's awesome. It's nice to know that Jared Goff got a receiving touchdown before my tight end Mark Andrews did. Oh, that's okay though. Mark Andrews will no longer be my tight end on fantasy. Fuck Mark Andrews. Well, you know, I feel bad for Mark Andrews. I feel like there's just a lot going on with him right now. Mark Andrews, you can take your time, but I am dropping you for my team. I'm sorry. It has been looking like my idea to pick Jaden Daniels and Kyler Murray as my two quarterbacks it works really well. Except for Kyler, I would like to be doing a little better, but I guess I'll just play fucking Jaden Daniels instead. My plan was Kyler to be the number one guy, and then Jaden Daniels be like a good backup who will probably have a pretty high floor just because he runs it a bit. But I did not expect Jaden Daniels to be as good as he is. Like, he looks easily like the most polished quarterback in the draft, which I did not expect. I thought Jaden Daniels maybe just because he kind of was like this quarterback who flew up the draft board a lot during the year and was not projected to be like this highly rated quarterback, and then all of a sudden kind of became it throughout the year. I thought maybe there was a chance that he would be a little more raw, especially because he runs a lot and he can throw. I knew that he could throw a good deep ball, but I'm like, what's that going to translate like in the NFL? Like, how well will that translate? This guy doesn't miss a pass. He missed like one pass against Arizona and threw an interception. Like, that's like the one bad throw I've seen him make. And he just looks so confident. Like, he looks like he just looks like he has his shit together. And so if you're a commie fan, if you're a Washington Commies fan, then shit's looking good for you guys. Because I mean, you have about zero talent on your team. Like, there's not a lot of talent on that Washington Commanders team. And what, are they leading their division now with the Cowboys and Eagles? I think so. So who knows what the fuck is going on in the NFL right now? It's awesome. I love how crazy it is. Just wish there's a lot more offense, but it is kind of funny that like it's making fantasy football very funny because like star players just no one's doing as well as usual. Like, people are just not doing as well as usual, especially like tight ends are awful this year, and it's just very fun. So shout out to football. I'll give my little football recap each month. Number 5, Magdalena Bay concert, where I got this hat. This concert was very good. Very good time. Shout out to Magdalena Bay. I mean, if I was like a diehard Magdalena Bay fan, it should have been crazy. But I just really like Magdalena Bay. That's why I heard the opener was insane. I forget who the opener was, but they were fucking crazy. Let me find out. Let me find the opener for you guys. I think it was like Kuro 99 or something like that. That's one of the openers at least. Kumo 99. That's what they're called. Kumo 99. Kumo 99. Recommend checking them out. They were crazy. If you have the chance to see them live, I mean, I recommend, because their live show was crazy, especially for an opener. It was just insane. Like, it got the energy fucking going. And then they kind of put on like music to fall asleep to in the fucking waiting period. Like, there was just a lot of like, after their performance was electric, and then the music between them and Magdalena Bay was so boring. Like, just like this ambient, like, just noise. All the energy was lost before Magdalena Bay came out. But then people went crazy for Magdalena Bay, so it was all good. And great concert. If you have the chance to see Magdalena Bay on their tour, go do it, except for I think their tour is almost over. Like, I think there's 3 shows left, maybe less than that now. But yeah, shout out Magdalena Bay. I just talked about it in the last video, so I'm not going to go too deep into Magdalena Bay now. But number 4, The Penguin, episode 1 and 2. This show's off to a great start. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Batman. That's why I watched the Batman earlier, just because I watched the Penguin and I was like, oh, let me watch the Batman again. So that's why I like fell asleep watching the Batman. But yeah, the Penguin has been fantastic so far. The writing's great. The performances are fantastic. The Sophia Falcone, I think that's her name, right? The daughter, she's been crazy. Shout out to the mother from How I Met Your Mother. She's crushing it. And I mean, Colin Farrell's absolutely destroying being the Penguin. Like, I actively try to see if I can see hints of Colin Farrell, and I just can't. Like, not even in his eyes. It doesn't even look like the same eyes as Colin Farrell. Like, it genuinely does not look like his eyes. It looks like the Penguin's eyes. Like, it just looks like a completely different character. Oh, what you doing, bro? But yeah, the Penguin's been fantastic. If you were a fan of the Batman, you have to watch the Penguin. Just as good, if not, I would not say it's better, because I just like the tone and atmosphere of the Batman. But if you want The Sopranos, but it's the Penguin, like, this is all you could ask for. I mean, pretty directly is like Sopranos in some instances. I think it even plays into the fact that it's kind of like the Sopranos sometimes and does little twists on that. I have not watched the Sopranos, but this is things that I picked up from other people saying things, so this is from me listening and not actually watching it. So I don't fucking know. Maybe it's nothing like the Sopranos. But if you watch the Sopranos, let me know if it's like the Sopranos. Except for, I guess people have already told me that, so I don't know. I don't fucking know. Make up your own mind. Number 3, I released a new song, Watch What You Say, with Jermaine Muhammad. That is my king, Jermaine. I love you. Thank you for being on this song and making it significantly better. But you should go listen to Watch What You Say. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever made. It's up there with Running. Those two are my favorite songs I've ever made. And from what I've started to pick up, it seems like those are also the general consensus best songs I've made. So that's good that I'm on the same page as the world. And so yeah, check out Watch What You Say. Praise the song. I'm finishing with the music video right now. Maybe will be out by the time this video is out. I imagine it will be, just because after I record this, I'm editing the Watch What You Say video. Watch What You Say video is maybe come out tomorrow if I can finish it. I might need more footage, but yeah, I love this song. It's fucking crazy. I wanted to do some like Playboy Cardi on some ambient, like almost Skyrim soundtrack ass shit. You know, that's kind of what I was going for. And it has a crazy beat switch. Jermaine kills his part. And it's just a very fun song, very crazy song. I would love it if you listen to it. So go ahead and listen to it if you'd like. Now, number 2, Quedeca and Gene Dawson. Okay, this is a weird thing to rank in here, but I am ranking the reveal from Gene Dawson that Quedeca is gonna open for him on his tour, because me and Ethan and a couple of our friends already had tickets to see Gene Dawson, because seeing Gene Dawson live made me such a huge fan of Gene Dawson like 2 years ago. And now I just want to wait. Where was I going with that? Anyways, was very excited to see him live. The opener was not announced when I bought the tickets, and Gene Dawson's one of my favorite artists right now. One of my other favorite artists, who I'm also like, Gene Dawson and this artist are the 2 artists who I'm most anticipated, who listen to new stuff from them, the ones who I want to see live the most, and that is Gene Dawson and Quedeca. Those are those 2 artists. Gene Dawson, during this month, when I already had tickets, announced that Quedeca is gonna be his opener. So now these are 2 of my favorite artists performing a show together that I also did not have to pay very much money to see. Like, it really was not a very expensive tour. I think it's like literally $30 to go to the show. It's not very expensive, and I'm seeing 2 of my favorite artists. I would have traveled to like Seattle to go see Quedeca. Me and Ethan had talked about that, because he hasn't been to Vancouver before, at least not recently. And so I was like, if he announces a tour and he's going to Seattle, we're going to Seattle. I guess we don't have to go to Seattle, and we also don't even have to buy tickets to go see him live, because he's going on tour with Gene Dawson. So yeah, I am very excited about this concert. So much so that just even the thought of going to this concert is ranked number 2 this month. And I'm very excited to tell you guys about how great that's going to be. And number 1 is the Eusexual music video, and I guess the song as well, but I usually don't just do single songs in here, so I did the music video because I need to talk about Eusexual. This shit fucks. This shit goes so hard. This shit has been just like lifting my mood. The week that this came out, might be the best I've ever felt. Like that, I was just so happy. Like that was some of the happiest I've been. Was just like when I was just listening to this on repeat, watching the music video on repeat. I mean, I still am doing that. Like I have listened to Eusexual probably 3 or 4 times today, and it is 1:30 p.m. I love this song. I love this music video. I picked the perfect time to get back into FK Twigs, because if you watch the last video, the last August video, I got into FK Twigs in August, then found out that she was releasing an album soon. I actually thought that she was releasing this album when Eusexual, the song, came out. That's when the album was coming out. Turns out the album's coming out in January. I did pre-order the vinyl. I'm so hyped for it. And yeah, the music video is incredible. One of the greatest music videos I've seen in a fucking minute. It is so good. So highly recommend that. With like, if there's anything you take away from this video, it's go watch Eusexual music video and listen to Eusexual. It's so good. And I'm so excited about this FKA Twigs album. It's going to be incredible. But that was September. And September was pretty good. I enjoyed September. There's still like these lingering feelings that I've had in September where it's like I kind of still feel a little off, especially artistically. I've been struggling a little bit with like making new music, but luckily I've been doing a lot of video stuff. You'll see eventually what I've been working on. Like I've been working on a lot more visual elements for my next album. That I don't know if I've mentioned my next album before, but I've been working on an album for like a year, which might sound crazy because if you know anything about my music career, I released an album in April. And yes, I have been working on a completely different album since way before that came out. So, like more than 6 months before that came out. So, I have a new album that's basically 100% done. It's very, very close. And we started working on... Me and Ethan have started working on all the visual elements for that, so I got very big plans for that. So much so that like I'm working on this very far in advance because this album's not coming out soon. And yeah, so there's big plans happening, big things coming, and I released a new song. I think there'll be some more song. There will definitely be. I think that for sure I'm releasing something still before the end of this year, whether that's the start of my roll of my next album or just some more songs. We'll see. Haven't made up my mind yet, but we'll see what I decide. Shout out to everyone in this video that I talked about and praised for the beautiful work that they've done. I look forward to talking about more things in the month of October. And now I'm finally caught up to doing these videos. We're so back. Maybe this is the thing we needed. We need to be so back. And we're so back. We're finishing off this year strong. I've kept up with doing these videos, and that's a good thing. I've been doing these videos since the start of February when I did the January video, and I usually am really bad with doing this stuff consistently. And I mean, you saw that I didn't do it consistently, really, but I still been doing it, and that's all that matters. And I'm glad that I've gotten it done, and we're almost coming decently close to the end of the year. Like, I mean, we're only in October, so we still have 3 months, but like, we've made it pretty far through this year. I mean, it's been a fucking crazy year. One of the craziest years of my life. So, I hope the year's been pretty good too. Let me know how your September was. Let me know how, September. That's the month of this video. Let me know how it was. What you watched, what you enjoyed. I would love to make this more of a everyone just sharing their stuff type of a thing. Maybe one day will become like that. We'll see. If it'd be cool if one day I can do these videos and like there's a lot of excitement around it, but I know that some people are excited about it, so thank you to anyone who's watching this. And yeah, I love you. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you later. Have a nice day or night, I guess, or evening. I don't know, whatever time it is. I don't fucking know what time it is for you. Okay, see you.